Rolls-Royce 71, the Silver Shadow. Alright, so this is a bit of an odd Model T for me. They say this is one of the second oldest Ford, British built Ford. And you look down here on the hubcap, it says made in USA. They've got the wrong hubcaps on it. Pretty cool though. It's got a little like turtle deck that they've made into a rumble seat on the back of this. This would be considered a roadster, I would imagine. Is that for your oil lamp, for your headlights? You put oil in there, pump them up. They polished the wheels. They took all the black paint off it. I don't know if they did that on the early ones or not. I know mine is black. There you could read on it. If you want, you can stop. It's kind of cool. Oh my goodness, I got all kinds of cars in here. Here's an MG. Traditionally called Old Number 1, huh? What do you think of those shock absorbers? I imagine there's a spring in there, and that strap is the kind of... It's amazing, these old things. Look at that. I could imagine Teresa sitting next to me in this thing, hanging on for dear life. I love the dashboard. Look at that, down in there. That's cool. You have to tilt your head down to see them. But, boat tail. Little boat tail. Small little gas tank in there. I can imagine. Where's that engine? That engine's got to be up front. Yeah, sure it is. Yep. Cool. What do we got here? Vauxhall Motors. Oh, look at that. Honeycomb radiator there. OE type. Original price new was £1,200. I say dollars, but it went. Again, small seats, nice dash. You got your throttle and your timing there. They called it ignition, advanced, and retarded. Retard. There it is. Just for those folks that don't believe that. Look at your shifters down there on the right. So they didn't change tires too much on this thing, because what they do is they would hit that and mar them up. And those look like they're in pristine condition, so they were probably put on. Oh, look at that. Your gas gauge is at the very back. So if you needed to know how much fuel you had, it was there. Look at these. This is nuts. Yeah, they're all wires. Neat little doors. Tiny little doors. Look at that. Not even open? Yeah, it does. And your traditional, what is this, a Range Rover. You put, what, 4 guys in the back, 2, 3 up in the front. Probably put more than that in there. Gear shifter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-speed. Not much of a dash there. Huh. Classic front end. Land Rover, not a Range Rover. Huh. What's this guy? Morris Mini. Yeah, Morris Mini, first production mini motor, 1959. Your butt is dragging on the floor with this guy. Stick shift. What's that thing got? A 5-speed in it. Oh, is it? Morris motor. Yeah, so yeah, it's a 5-speed. There's a reverse gear in there. I don't know where your engine is. Is it in the boot? Rolls Royce, right? That's neat. Plenty of room in the back. Comfortable looking car. Ford Fiesta Mark II XR2 83. This is an 88. Quite familiar looking inside, only steering wheel's on the wrong side for what we had. This is different. They didn't have these in the US. The back end, I'd have recognized that. Yeah, she's had some miles put on it. Cool. What do we got here? I like Fords. Don't get me wrong. I love Fords, actually. I'm a Ford guy. Not a Ford car guy. I like Ford trucks personally, but there's nothing special about this other than it's a Ford Focus ST170 1998. Yeah. 1988cc 4-cylinder in there. Nice looking car. And then you have your 93 Ford Escort RS Mark V. Cosworth WRC. Looks like a rally car. It is a rally car. Look in there. Oh, the steering wheel's on the right side. I mean the left side. To me, that's where it should be. Look at that roll cage in there. Michelin Man. Cosworth. Brakes and dampers. Huh. Coca-Cola. You can see this thing saw some dirt. All chipped up. Relays and fuses there for easy removal inside. You can see the yellow relays and the fuses. Breakers. Tells you what they are. Your navigation seat there. Fire extinguisher still charged. That little black fire extinguisher still charged, still green. Yeah. Would they have an automatic in there? That's your brakes, and they took the stick out. Must be automatic somehow. Or there's no transmission in it. Yeah, that's all. No transmission in it. Probably took the engine out too. What do we got here? Ford Sierra. See, now this is something we never had in the US. The steering wheel's on the left side, which is good. Okay. Yeah, another one. Look at that. Want some lights? Halogens. 86 rally car. Fire extinguishers there. They do not have a transmission in it. I imagine they pulled the engines out. Kind of tight in there though. Look at that. I like the scoops. Oh no. The engine's in there. Look at that. What is that? It's a 4-cylinder. Gee whiz, Skip. Is there a turbo on that? I don't know. I've never seen that engine before. It's just like a slant 4. Oh, it is slanted. I don't know if you can see that in there. 4-cylinder. Would be a Hemi, I guess. Right in the top. I don't see a turbo, though. Cool car. It's a Snell. And this is another Ford. Granada 2.8 Ghia Ford. Again, these are not anything that I've seen before at home. There you go. The Ford Capri GXL. I think they used this one in, or used one like this for the Grand Tour. Well, I think Richard Hammond had bought that. What is this? And this is not a Ford. Is this a Ford? Zodiac. Now, is it a Ford? Be able to tell by the lights. I don't know. What is this thing? Looks kind of Fordish. It is. Ford Zodiac. Interesting. Only 85 horsepower. 85 mile an hour. 6-cylinder. Neat. I'll save my good cars. I'm a Ford guy. I really get into these. That's a cool looking car. Put you in mind of like the the Maverick. Right, this is a Capri Mark 1 73. I was a year old when they built this car. 120 mile an hour, this guy. Not quoted. 6-cylinder. Well, if you wanted to mow your grass in 1898 and you didn't have sheep, you could get this thing. It even has a grass clipping catcher. Holy smokes. It's a real mower. There's rotary blade there. We would call it a real motor. I don't know what they would call it in England here, but it's even liquid cooled. Look at that. Some fins there. A little one-lunger. This is a beast. Imagine you would use this if you had an estate or something, because there's just no way. Good gosh. I don't know what to do with it. Oh wow. Look at all these. This is neat. Oh, they got to re-babbit the bearings in for the rods, connecting rods. Look at that. That's something I haven't seen. I'm gonna go around the other side here. Oh, and it's a Ford, of course.
I suppose you're right.
What a
Ethel
beauty.
wants to stop and see her mother on the way down, so we will be needing the car.
It says 8 horsepower.
Alright, fix it up and we'll see you later in the week.
Nice. Look how narrow that is. I'm going to zoom in, and I'm actually going to zoom in on this. I don't generally do that, but if you could see everything that you can see, these little tools. But that machine right back there, that is for rebabbiting the bearings on your connecting rods, and imagine you could do the mains as well. But it's busy back in there. Esso, look at those old oil cans. Shell Motor Spirit, that's got to be alcohol. Pratt's, Esso, what is that, Redline? Yeah.
Watching, Mr. Carter?
Hello, Dan. Oh, what happened to your bike?
Afraid I took that bend by the
Studded
butcher shop a bit
tires.
too fast and
That's a
ended up in the
studded
hedge.
tire.
Oh, very nasty. Are you alright?
That is a really
Well,
cool
the bike
car.
got stuck in the hedge and I went straight over the top and landed in.
Okay, so this is an Austin 7. And those dampeners, that's what those are. They wouldn't be considered shock absorbers as like a primitive shock. They're dampeners. That's neat. I've never seen that before. Could you imagine this thing though? Look at it. The frame is just neat. You wouldn't go deaf running this because the exhaust comes out like at your left ear. Oh my goodness. Now just look at the workmanship. You gotta have small feet to run those pedals. I ain't kidding you. I ain't kidding you at all. But wow, look at down in there. Now all that little stuff, and you can adjust that. That's your brake adjuster there. There's your shifter. That is cool. That's so cool. I don't know how those brakes work, but I think they're shoes. Those are drums of sorts. Yeah, those are dampeners. Kind of shock absorbers. Cool. That is really cool. Really, really cool. I wouldn't mind taking a couple laps in that. I'd probably go 150 mile an hour. Oh look, leather straps to hold the hood down. Ain't that something? Look at this. There's your cooling. That's a heck of a radiator. I'm a ball recoring that. That thing goes all the way around. Look at that. All the way. That is nuts. $18.99. It's 3.5 horsepower. There's your steering there. Dressed up in Ford blue. Oh yeah. So this car was built before I was born. 1970 Ford 701 Tyrrell Formula One racing car. You know, I always thought the front wheels would be bigger. I thought the tires on these would be bigger. You're pretty much out in the open. I mean, you're racing this thing, you are in the open. And you really got to be packed down in there. Wow. Small steering wheel. I'll bet you had to be really strong to hold on to that. Of course, it's a V8. Loose capacitor discharge ignition system. I guess they didn't need air cleaners. Just let it rip. Keep the chunks of rubber out of the intake is about all that would do. McLaren. Nicholson McLaren engine. But it is a Ford. That is a Hemi. Now, Dodge isn't the only one to make hemispherical heads, but man, yeah, I would have thought those tires would have been bigger. You could tell it throws some horsepower because look at the brakes and the universals on there. Beautiful. Neat car. Neat car. ELF. That is a French oil, if I remember right. Jackie Stewart. Good big rear view mirrors there. And your cooling is right up front. So when you hit something, all that steam comes back and hits you in the face. Here's another one. Who's this? Who makes this one? This is a 78. This is a Triumph. It's a 4-cylinder. Much smaller car. See, your ass is on the ground. I mean, you are on the ground. Your butt is on the ground. Neat. That always looked bigger on TV. I don't know. Of course, we got Bosch. Triumph. These are cool cars. Huh. What is this thing? What is this? This is a Lotus, maybe? I'll find out when I get to the front. Lenham. It is an Austin Healey. Huh, cool. 1930. Lightweight special. It's aluminum. Aluminium, right? 4 cylinders. Yep. Huh. Thought you were out in the open with the other ones that are real low to the ground. Huh. This one here, you ain't in there by much. Your legs straddle that drive shaft. You don't want to have loose pants in there. And it's got all the check-offs there. Make sure she's race ready. Where in the heck is the shifter? Here? On the left side. I don't know how that works, but maybe it's a 1 gear and you just run the hell out of it. More and more stuff. Oh, look at this. 1954 MG speed record car. Look at that. Everything's sealed off nice. Whoever was driving this was definitely cramped in there. And I think the engine is on the other side, and that looks like it was mighty damn hot. Look at that. Streamlined to the max. Here's another one. You can really see there, he's pretty well laying down in that seat. Where's the engine on this? In the back or in the front? Oh, it's up in the front. Is this an MG as well? Yeah. Yep. Look at that. Little MG 38. 1938. Can you imagine? 203 mile an hour in a 1938. Looks like they bumped it a bit. Ain't much to it. Underneath this is enclosed, completely enclosed. For 1938, this must have ran salt flats maybe. 190 mile an hour, yeah. What is it? 1886 Benz. Yeah, I guess you're the first one on the accident scene at 9 miles an hour. And look at those spokes. 2050 chain drive. Looks like leather belts are still in there. And open crankcase design. Check this out. Everything's open, so these are your, right here, these are your oilers or greasers. You just give those a turn, you know, every 5 miles or something like that. One lunger. Look how close that connecting rod comes to the case. Open case. I can't imagine these would last too long. The craftsmanship of these things, brass, copper. Pretty neat. And a primitive sparking system there. That's cool. There's a lot of old stuff in here. I mean, a lot of old stuff. Look at this thing. There's a tricycle. 1899 Rally motorist tricycle. One long thing. Primitive as these were, this is, you know, really not that long ago. 130 years ago they started making these things. Oilers. You had to drive your car. You didn't just get in your car and go where you go like today. You had to drive the darn thing. Look at them, solid rubber tires, 1901, 10 horsepower. And that is not just for fashion, that is your cooling system. Huh. Crazy stuff. Here's a Rover, 1904. Oh yeah, blow the horn. You just give her a honk there. 3 pedals, kind of similar, looks similar to the Model T. Ford. Then you got this thing. This is like a coach. 40 horsepower York. Landaulet. You want a little privacy in the back? You can get that. Enough room for whatever you want to do back in there. I'm sure. There's 3 pedals there. I don't know what the middle one's for. Clutch is on the left, brake is on the right. But what's that? That center one must be your throttle. Imagine your throttle is there as well. A lot of brass work here. A lot of brass work. That's some really cool stuff. London to Cape Town on that. Albon. I wonder if, yeah, you're allowed to walk around in here. Tricycles. Look at this guy. So the driver's in the back, and if you didn't like him, the passenger, it's like a rickshaw kind of a thing. You just send them right in, whatever you want to run them into. Holy smokes, that is so low to the ground in the front there. I don't know. Weird. Oh. Rover Imperial motorcycle. Check that out. Glorified bicycle. And here you have your Caravan. Can you see in there? You got glass works in there, you know, your Esso, Wales, and Midlands maps down below here. You can see that. I don't know if there's a toilet or anything, but this thing's pretty good size. Here's your in the back there, so you got your cook stove on the other side. Hope you guys can see that. Can you see that? I'm trying to make it so you can see it. I don't think you can. Beautiful in there. Oh yeah, there's the cook stove to the left. Cabinets. Historic Caravan Club. Look at that. So the water comes off the top. They got a little funnel to catch the water and send it out the back. There, you might be able to see in there from front to back. Your kitchen is up there. All the amenities of home. That is so cool. The Ventura. Soap. There's a record player in there with records. Princess Martha became... No, Princess Marina. Yeah. Who that is. There you go. That's a harmonica. Bathroom has to be. Yeah, there's, or water closet. Isn't that what they called those back then? I think that's a little ice chest on the bottom. That aluminum thing there. It's on the bottom there. Little fedora hat. Neat. I like it. Don't ask me what it's a Land Rover, but it's got to be the ugliest damn thing. Wonder what you do with that. Drive around on the moon. City cab. What is this for? Judge Dredd. I thought it looked familiar. 1995 Judge Dredd. 135 horsepower. Has no registration. These are just plastic things, you know. But they drove it. I like the tires. They're good ones. More Land Rover. No. Yeah, that's a Defender. Land Rover Defender. Ah. There's too much stuff in here. Hold on a second. Anglia. So if you're a Harry Potter fan, in the second of the Harry Potter series, this is the Ford Anglia that Harry and Ron crashed in. Oh, it's the third in the series, the Whomping Willow. If I remember right, I think the panels on these things are made out of like soybean composite. I'm not sure. Oh, see what I tell you. What I tell you. Crazy, huh? You get up to 74 miles an hour in that thing. Illegally Enchanted by Arthur Weasley. First appearance in 2002 Harry Potter film, Chamber of the Secrets. So this is the car. Cool. What a beaut. I saw one of these at home not that long ago. That's a 62 model. And then this is the DMC. Obviously they've turned it into the you know, the my goodness, Vehicle Commission Control Information Update. Yeah, that's the Mr. Fusion Hover Energy Reactor. The Home Energy Reactor. My God. I got this thing all decked out. I was near one of these that was in, no, what do you call it, in Universal Studios about 15 years ago. With the flux capacitor. Yep, it's not fluxing though. Neat cars. 240 volt. Mr. Fusion. What the heck is that? It looks like an upside down popcorn popper, doesn't it? At a time. There you go. Universal Studios, and that's where it came from. I was near this car 15 years ago. I knew they had moved it out. Cool. If you want to go land roving in the desert, you got your tracks. We would have called these Klee tracks at home, you know, but I don't think they called them that here. That's neat. Those are steel. So those tires are put inside there, and these are steel to run the tracks, keep them from tearing up the tires. I think Cat Challenger should have took a little bit of advice with these. Neat. Another Land Rover. Looks like you could go to war with this thing. Oh yeah. 75. Military. Forward control. And if you like Legos, 2017 Mini Cooper. Lego style. Jeepers creepers. Wonder how many Legos are in there. Oh look, they got the British flag on top. Cool. I guess you would call that the Union Jack. Right? BMM1. Cool. That's all Legos. I bet it's solid too. Here's Morris. Here's a neat one. We'll start right there. Be proud, Britain. Be proud. Look at this. Morgan Super Sports 3-wheeler. Your engine is right up front there. Oh yeah. Looks like 3/4 drive. Get you going. Morgan 3-wheeler Club 2005. Cool. I like the old stuff. My wife doesn't like the old stuff. And so she would be like, oh yeah, it's just an old car, you know. Oh, a Singer. Look at that. Singer. Singer sewing machines? Maybe. MG12 midget. This one here, they decided to cut it in half. Would you look at that? I guess you can walk right down through the center there. Look at that. One side of the engine, the other side of the engine. That took some talent to cut that thing in half like that. I guess we're allowed to walk down through the center of it. Not too often you get to see the insides of a transmission. Here you go, the other half. The inside. Literally cut this car in half. MG. Little rear end with chrome plated gears, spider gears. Wow. Gas tank complete with fuel strainer. Oh, it was a baffled tank, so you didn't get that sloshing. Nice. Here's a TR6. I think Larry's got one of these. That's a beautiful car. TR6. Oh, we got some more race cars here. Look at this guy. Don't ask me. Oh, it's a Jaguar. I like the color. I love that color green. There's your exhaust come out the back there like that. Good golly. I don't know where the exhaust comes out on this one. You can't appreciate how tight it is. I don't think I'd fit in there. As a matter of fact, I know I would not fit in there. I'm too big. Oh, look at that. I think that's your shifter right there on the side. Button shifters on this one. This one's got to be newer. That is pretty slick. Now your tires are getting a little bigger in the front. These are for wet conditions, and these are for dry conditions. These tires have never been used. You can still see the tits on the tires, Sam, where they formed them. Some neat cars. You just walk through here. Rovers, Rovers, Rovers. Rally International, the Alps. There's a hood for you. I'll put you right out. I had a lot of room in this one. They did. They actually had room in this one. Festival of Speed. What year is this one? 1950. Jaguar. I just love the leather belt. Hold the hood down, or the bonnet, if you want to call it that. The bonnet. $1,263, or pounds, brand new. Try to buy that now. Here's a Jaguar. It's a Jag. 13,086 miles on that clock. Oh, this is a neat little car. Rover BRM, Le Mans racing car. Again, they love their leather straps. Nice brass. The steering wheel's got brass and aluminum. What year is this one? This is a Le Mans. 1963. Look newer, and I look like a little Miata. Wolseley? I don't even know what this is. Wolseley. Wolseley. Don't like the color. 1975, last line of the last Wolseleys. Hillman. These are all cars that you don't see. Oh, here's a mail car. Royal Mail. Does this thing have one? What has this got under it? It is. It's a three-wheeler. Got 3 wheels. I don't know. I saw Jeremy Clarkson lay one of these things over on its side. The three-wheelers, I don't think I'd want anything to do with that. But as a mail car goes, I guess it's alright. What's this one? Another Jaguar, I think? No, Alvis. Never heard of that one. Here's a Jaguar. You're right out front in the action on this bad boy. He's got his little toe strap there. 1975, top speed 186 miles an hour. 12-cylinder. 523 horsepower. Brake horsepower. The first, you know, they just finally got to, that's your fuel fill cap. You could push that in. You don't have to take the cap out. So, you know, like on the cars today, they don't even have caps on them anymore. They're the push caps. And they could do that in 1983, and it took them until 2000, God knows what, to figure it out elsewhere. Again, leather straps. I don't know that, I don't know. I guess. It must have worked because they did it on a lot of different cars. A lot of different cars. They go way up there. Oh, look at that Vauxhall. Hold on. I'm going to get around to the Vauxhall. Vauxhall. I thought Vauxhall was, that thing is neat. It is just like this. It is neat. 1970 research vehicle created by the design team of Wayne Cherry and Chris Field, debuted in the London Motor Show in 1970. No engine. It was never equipped with an engine. So she's got zero running miles. That's a cool car. MGs. Here's an ugly car. Austin Zanda, styling model. Do they have any engine? No engine. Prototype Mini. Look at this thing. Oh, weird little car. It's like a Gremlin, a smaller version of the AMC Gremlin.